Hello everyone, welcome to Sirius in the Temple. It's your guy here, Sirius. We're back at it again. Today we'll be talking about the Kundalini, the 90th realm energy, and how you can use your Kundalini energy to your own best benefit, and understanding um, the significance of the Kundalini, where it derives from, and how you can best utilize this tool to your greatest advantage, and why it was given to us as the human race and now evolves and goes past the third to the fourth dimensional state of consciousness. This is your host, Sirius, in the Temple Spiritual Network. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get started. So, I had an individual ask me to make this video. Now, I could post up all kinds of pictures and stuff like that, but as of right now, I'm actually trying to get a new computer or whatever, since this computer's got issues and stuff like that. So let's talk about this, the Kundalini, and why was it given to us, and how can we use it, and what are the details? What are the juicy secrets about the Kundalini? First, let's start off with this. The Kundalini, the Kundalini system is what gives, well, let's just put it like this. It's what gives the gods from the higher realms their power. See, let me explain. See, the Kundalini, realistically, is the energy serpent. And the serpentine energy, which would be referred to as the Naga serpent, you have to understand, guys, this energy is the most primordial energy in the universe. The entire universe is surrounded by this this engulfing energy. In fact, you must understand this as well. Us as human beings, we were given the Kundalini for a reason. And I'm talking about the human bodies that we have today. The spirits and the souls and stuff like that, that's dealing with outer realm. That's dealing with outside of this realm. The humans were given the Kundalini to fight off their would-be adversaries, your so-called reptilians. The reason why we were given the Kundalini, well, I would more like say the human race was given the Kundalini, is because you guys were a slave race. You guys were digging into caverns and caves and digging up gold and all kinds of gold and all these kinds of precious minerals for the Lord Anunnaki, Anu Elyon El, which is the creator of all things. And you guys were just merely human. You guys, how do I explain this? The higher class, the serpentine people, which are your carbonated folks. We must understand that there is a division between the human race, the Caucasians, the Asians, the Dravidians, the Arabs, and everybody else, and your so-called the people that you call black today, or your Afro-Latinos, or those people that come from those islands, the Caribbean, or the ones that are so-called African American today, which they're all Moors, by the way, but there is a division. Y'all not the same. Y'all not the same. These Moorish people made you guys to be a slave race. There's nothing wrong with it. You guys were made to work. The problem is that when they weren't keeping tabs on you guys, other beings from other stargates came down here and wanted to enslave the human race. When this happened, basically, Enki, which is the god of Earth realm, Ea or Prometheus, Enki got permission from the Lord, right? This is how this thing goes. He got permission to give the serpent wisdom, right? It's called the serpent wisdom. It's a gift, okay? The serpent wisdom. It wasn't supposed to give it to the humans, okay? The reason why is because the human race are tribal in nature. The Moorish people, or these you call them your carbonated folk, they are governmental people. Governmental. Everywhere you look on the planet where these people were, they set up governments there. Everywhere you could find a five-sided shaped diamond shaped or like a pyramid, or like anything where you could find a serpent or serpents and stuff like that that they were worshiping, stuff like that. That was these Moorish people, these carbonated folks that you guys like to call black today. They are governmental people. They set up governments. They're not tribal in nature. The Africans in Africa are tribal in nature because they were created with reptilian DNA. That's why they look so different, and they're really strong looking, and they look different. Yeah, they were made. They were made as a basically as a police force to keep the human race in check. Okay, all right. But these reptilian demons, they wanted to trick the human race, make them do all kinds of degeneracy, trick them into doing all kinds of stuff, and make them get gold and all these kind of minerals for them. So in Anu's world, right, there was a shortage in gold and stuff like this, and he couldn't understand what was going on. Okay, so what ended up happening is that he gave permission. He gave permission to Enki to give the human race the serpent wisdom, and with that, you guys were able to fight off these demons. The serpent wisdom is basically the chakra points that are in your bodies. So let me explain. The Moors or the carbonated folk, they, like myself, we have 13 chakras. Okay. Asians, Dravidians, Arabs, Caucasians, your Indians, and all those other people, they have seven and somewhat higher, but like your Caucasians have 7 for sure. Like your possibly like your Dravidians probably have like 11, but none of them have 13. None of them do, because they're artificial people. They have spirits and stuff like that, but they don't have a soul. I'm sorry to say it, is the truth. Is the truth. But that don't mean they can't go to heaven. That don't mean they can't be powerful beings. That doesn't mean that, but it just means that they're not children of the sun. They don't have the El soul. They don't have the El soul inside of them. Get it? Get it? El soul, the sons of El. Anu Elion El, the creator. They don't have El's souls within them. But because they have El's blood within them mixed with animal DNA, they have very powerful spirits and stuff like that, depending on if you're Dravidian or whatever, or Arab or whatever the case is. Here's the thing. People don't understand that your Kundalini, if you practice stuff like sex magic and stuff like this, yes, I said sex magic, things of this nature, you can call upon things that you want into your life and you can manifest them. That will be the second part of this video. Right now, we're talking about the Kundalini and its importance. That comes later. See, I'm trying to take things down because I don't want people to get confused or whatever. See, the Kundalini, you guys have to understand, this is a lot like what you would call, you guys ever watched that movie called X-Men? Notice how everyone was different from one another. Some people could do more than others. It's exactly like that. You guys have your chakras there just waiting to be activated. And how do you do this? Through your pineal gland. Now I'm getting people actually coming up here on Serious Inner Temple telling me, yo, I activated my pineal gland. I'm glad my information helped you. Now they're asking, how can I contact you? I'm getting all kinds of signs and stuff like this, and I want some help. The way you start utilizing these abilities, first off, you must understand this. Clairvoyance and clairsentience. When you become clairvoyant, you guys are going to be able to start seeing into the future and stuff like this. Important events are going to pop up and you're going to know what's going to happen. You're going to notice that you're going to become telepathic. You're going to be able to use telepathy. You're going to be able to read minds and talk to each other within the mind and stuff like this. Okay? And you all have different types of attributes. Okay? Like you might run into an Arab dude, right? And he might be able to control the power of ice. And then you might run into like an Asian girl, and she might be able to manipulate water or some shit. It's similar attributes, ice and water, stuff like that, but they're not quite the same. He might be able to manipulate water as well, but she might not be able to control it and turn it into ice. See, this is what I'm saying. We all have something called extraterrestrial powers, because the lineage of all of us, everybody on the planet, the lineage The true lineage comes from the Lord Anu Elyon El. Why? Because the carbonated people, those bright race people, those Moors, they mix their blood with y'all, right? Right, to create y'all. So now you have partial lineage of you see their lineage. You have partial lineage of theirs. So now that you have inherited from the gods, you have inherited psychic special abilities. The demons didn't want this to happen, but it happened. Now you guys have a choice to work for Anu, the creator, your Lord and Savior, the one that loves you, the one that wants the best for you, or go to the dark side and work with the demonic forces. You have a choice, people. Okay? When you go into the astral realm, the ether realm, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. Some of these creatures will invite you into taking part in what the hell they doing. Don't listen to them. Get the fuck away from them or blast his ass if you know how. Okay? A lot of these things, these demons are tricksters, man. Okay? All right? You know, y'all gonna see what I'm talking about very soon. But look, now notice on the screen where it says Sirius in the Temple Spiritual Network. Notice how you have these chakras lined up, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The reason why we're using 7 chakras today is because a lot of the human race, you know, they got seven chakras. So we'll deal with that today, but that's not the standard. The standard is 13 because the original beings had 13. But not everybody has 13. Some people have 12, 11, 7. And now some people would ask, wait a minute, so if I have 7 and somebody has, let's say like 10 chakras, does that mean that they're stronger than me? Not necessarily. Remember, your bloodline is what matters and where you came from directly, and where your DNA spirals back to. How far does your DNA spiral back? The longer your DNA strand was made in creation, that lets you know how powerful you are, how powerful you can possibly even get. So like a god or something like that. A god's DNA, you must understand this, guys. A god's DNA spirals back before the beginning of time and creation. Before the beginning of time and creation. These are very special beings, okay? You must understand that. Okay? Now, you have many different classifications of different types of beings up there, but now let's talk about the Kundalini even more. One of the things that you guys can do to start activating your Kundalini properly, okay? What you want to do is intake, you know, like when I told y'all to go vegan, there's a reason. When you eat meat, the meat clogs up your Kundalini system, and it even clogs up your arteries, and it clogs up your organs and stuff like that. And when you go to use the bathroom, notice how you're straining yourself to release. It's because meat is a hindrance, and it has negative energy attached to it. All that pain and suffering that animals suffer through, yeah, you intaking that, and you intaking animal DNA. You know, you're not a freaking animal. You're a human being. So, you know, just understand that. Now, look, when you utilize these chakras, right? Some of y'all are going to notice that some of these chakras are you're more susceptible to. Like, for example, if you're a very outspoken person, you're gonna notice that your aura field around you is gonna be more like light blue or maybe darker blue, depending upon the range and how you behave. Like, if you're a very loving person, you know, by nature, it doesn't mean that you're a good person, but it means by nature, because bad things could happen to you and you just changed, you know. Yeah, but by nature, you was meant to be a loving being, and you know, you might have a green aura field around you. You understand what I'm saying? You know, like if you always living in your lower self, you know, and you have issues and stuff like that, you know, you very angry person, you know, deep down, you know, you have, you know, you have a misunderstanding of things, you know. But you may be a very aggressive being. You might have, you know, a red aura field around you, or it could be mixed with different colors, or your aura field could even have patterns and shapes in it. You know, that are only very noticeable to you and your character, because you have to understand, there's many parts to this stuff. Like notice Sirius Inner Temple, the on the screen, it has the chocolate colors, doesn't it? Yeah, you know, everything is done with a reason. Everything is done with a reason, guys. Now, when you charging up your energy, when you do sun gazing, I don't know if I made the video for sun gazing. If I didn't, let me know, and I will definitely get on that. And also, by the way, guys, start doing me a favor, guys. I've seen a lot of people get their channels deleted. I don't want my channel to get deleted, but if it does happen, I would like to know that Sirius Inner Temple is still alive through you guys. Copy some of my videos, you know, record some of my videos and re-upload them on your channel. Mirror them on your channel. You do that a lot. All of you guys participating in doing that, you're helping keeping my channel alive for those who need to get this knowledge. You helping keeping this channel alive. Therefore, I don't have to go make another channel, go through the whole process again and all this other stuff. I mean, do you really want me starting from freaking day one? Hell no, you don't want that, right? Okay, so what you need to do, you know, is start mirroring my videos on your channel. A lot of you guys don't even use your channel. You know, you just watch music videos and stuff. Like, mirror my stuff on your channel out of respect, you know, for Sirius Inner Temple Spiritual Network. You know, I will understand. I'm not going to get mad at you for doing it. There's already people trying to do it right now. You know, and I don't get mad at them. I understand why they did it. It's valuable information. So, please, and I appreciate that. And I humbly thank you guys for your support. Thank you. Also, another thing is that when you sun gazing, right? You know, when you sun gazing, one thing I want you guys to do is like eat a lot of kale, because kale is good for your testosterone, guys. When you sun gazing, right? Like boil kale and then eat it raw. And when you sun gazing, you know, this goes for men and women, but mostly for the dudes, you know. When you sun gazing, right? And you taking in that sun energy. Make sure it's not at noon. Make sure it's like when the sun is setting or when it's rising. I want you guys to put your feet in the dirt in nature, and I want you guys to start breathing in and breathing out. And I want you to breathe in deep. Okay, I want you to breathe in deep while you're still sun gazing, because I want you guys to breathe in. They call this gigolo alchemy, and it's when you're intaking this energy, right? And it's basically refilling your pineal gland with a lot of sunlight energy. And basically this helps you become more in tune with nature. It helps you with clairvoyance and clairsentience, and it helps you understand what's happening in the future, you know, how the past is going to affect the future. It can also revitalize a lot of the hidden DNA that's been like untapped. That's untapped potential. And when you're doing this, you're breathing in this energy. You're breathing. You're taking in the sunlight energy, and you're forcing that energy basically into your loins. And when you're breathing in like that, basically what you're doing, guys, is that you're strengthening your sperm count. Okay. You're revitalizing your libido. Yes, guys. Well, not only that, your woman will even let you know that you know you seem a lot more. You seem to have more prowess down there. You understand? You're more potent. You know, you're not impotent. You know, this is for guys that have erectile dysfunctional problems and stuff like this too. You're strengthening your inner loins. Understand? And when you're doing this, right? Also, you're gonna notice that there's gonna be like when you keep doing it every day out of the week, you're gonna start noticing that there's a certain energy rising from your spinal cord. This is the Kundalini activation happening. Okay. Now, a lot of people want to say, "Well, what do you mean?" I'm saying when you keep doing that and your pineal gland is active, now you're gonna start noticing that like within your eyes you see like an energetic like tint everywhere you look. It's because your Kundalini is becoming active. And when you eat those clean foods and stuff like this, when you start meditating, right? When you meditate in the dirt, or when you meditate in your house, you're more grounded by nature because you have nature's energy coursing within you. You understand? And when you have nature's energy coursing within you, You can more bring positive things into your life by basically chanting throughout meditation, asking for something, and letting the universe know what you want. But you have to have your pineal gland active to have this connection. Okay? All right? And when you activate your Kundalini, right? Depending upon what chakras, what kind of chakras in nature you have, when you meditating, you activating, your Kundalini, right? You're gonna notice that your Kundalini is activating in certain parts, in certain sectors than others, right? When you activating your Kundalini, you can go into a very deep trance-like state where you could revisit your past lives and stuff like this. And there is a certain mudra, a certain hand, certain way of holding your hands. I'm gonna have to show y'all in another video in person. When you do that, right, you can go back into your past lives, like lives that you lived before this one, and you can go relive literally your past lives. It's freaking crazy. And when you relive your past lives, some of those powers that you had in those past lives can be restored, and you can get it. It's like a freaking video game. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now your Akashic Records is going even further than that, but we'll get on that later on. Okay? I know I haven't made a video in a while, but look, listen. And every time you do this, right? Right? Because you have to hold you gotta hold your hand. You see, y'all gotta understand this. Like, it's hard to explain without like it's easier to show in person. But basically, what you want to do: eat a lot of kale, right? Put your feet in the dirt, sun gaze. If you guys don't know how to sun gaze, I have Sun Gaze 101 in one of my videos up there. You guys gotta search for it. After you do this, right? What you wanna do, right, is you wanna intake the sunlight energy through your eyes. Okay? When you're breathing in and breathing out, you wanna breathe deep into your lungs. You wanna imagine, right, the sunlight energy going from within your eyes, and that there's like a sun in the back of your head, right? And the sunlight energy is going through and going down into your testicles, basically. And when you do this, right, you're basically stimulating, you're basically stimulating the energy, the Kundalini that's shooting up from your base point all the way up into your crown chakra. So basically, you become more enlightened by doing this every single day with your pineal gland active, of course. If it's not active, guys, get it active. I already have videos on how to do it. You become more enlightened, and you start getting all kinds of visions, and you start getting, you know more. And not only that, when you activate your crown chakra as well, the same way you activate your pineal gland, the same way you activate your crown chakra, but it's a little bit different. I'm gonna get on that later on. When you activate, because you have to activate your pineal gland, and then you got to activate your crown chakra right after, okay? So that's how you intake the 9 ether realm energies. I mean, depending on how you are as a person, you might get 7 ether, 8 ether, 6 or 5, and that's how you get you get downloaded with the universe's infinite knowledge and stuff like this, the dark matter knowledge, and that's how these inventions are able to create all kinds of crazy shit, because they got the knowledge from the ether realm. So when you're doing this kind of practice, you become enlightened. This is true enlightenment that we're talking about right now. Do you understand? By you intaking and doing that every single day, and you breathing in strongly and breathing out, you're breathing in, breathing out through your nose, and you keep imagining more and more of that energy going in through your loins. Your power, and then you imagine the energy from your loins, right? Pay attention. You imagine it going up through your chakras. Know your chakra colors, guys: red, orange, yellow, green. You know, for everybody, you know. And then or if you gotta go to 13chakras.com to see, all the colors. They're relatively all the same. They're just different levels of the same color, like once or twice. Like you might have red, and then you might have like a lighter red, and then you might have an even lighter red. Then you get to orange. You understand what I'm saying? Go look it up. And then you imagine the energy going through your chakras, going up through your crown chakra, right? And then you imagine like You know what you imagine? You imagine like a ultraviolet like light shooting out of your head. And a lot of times, you might even get a light shooting out your pineal gland, man. Mm-hmm. So I hope this was educational for you guys. I hope you guys got some kind of you guys got some good intel from this video. If there's anything that you didn't understand, please ask me in the comment section below. You know, shit. It's been a while me making videos and stuff like this, but I gotta get back on that. At the end of February, I'm coming back officially to start making more videos. And I gotta get a new computer because this computer is going away. So yeah, you gotta picture that energy going through within you, down to your loins, through breathing. You gotta keep breathing. Through your nose, breathe deeply, breathe, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. And then when you picture the energy going through your loins, you have to picture it from going into your loins, rising up through where your spine is at. Your spinal cord is lining up at. You gotta imagine it going up through your spinal cord. Then going up from within the back of your neck, the back of your head, going all where that little sun you're imagining back of your head. Watch the Sungazing video 101. Watch it. I have it on the channel. And then imagine an ultraviolet light coming out of your head. This visual meditation that we're doing, well, it's not a meditation. It's more like a visual spiritual practice. This will greatly improve your cognitive abilities. This will greatly improve your telekinesis. This will greatly improve any of the other abilities that you have, because the more enlightened you become, the better used to you get to being able to utilize your psychic abilities, whichever ones you may have. Because the more knowledge you gain, the easier it will become for you to be able to best utilize your abilities to their greatest effectiveness. This is Serious Inner Temple Spiritual Network. You didn't think I was gonna come with it, but I did. I came with the hot plasma. Now go ahead and scoop that all up and take it all in. And I'll be back very soon. All right, guys. Yeah. I thank you guys for your support. I thank you. I greatly thank you guys for your donations and all this other stuff. And I'll be back soon. Okay. You guys take care. And if you guys have any questions, please leave it in the bottom in the comment section below. And yeah, stay tuned, because there's more great information and stuff like that coming on Serious Inner Temple Spiritual Network. All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.